Slow Motion Starfish presents Film Stock Radio, Episode 1.
Houston, we have a starfish.
Hey guys, this is Film Stock Radio. My name is Zach.
My name is Brian.
This is the first episode, so obviously things are going to be a bit more like, streamlined pace because we obviously don't have a format yet.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is, we have a lot that's in flux right now.
Lots of things up in the air.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to get this thing going, so bear with us.
But like this, are the Slow Motion Starfish. It's a silly name, I know, but we've wanted to do this for a while, and we just took the plunge for it. New year, new shit, that kind of thing. We want to do gaming stuff, movie stuff, TV, whatever our interests are lie, and we thought this would be the best first step, and we're excited, to do it.
Yeah, we are.
So each episode is going to follow. We're going to talk about the news, discuss anything that comes out of it. In later episodes, we're going to do film reviews, wherever the current releases are.
Yeah, analysis as well.
Exactly. Retrospectives, like, in a couple weeks, we're planning on doing that with the Blade Runner movies, both of them. So look out for that. And, later episodes, we're also going to do box office. We're recording this a bit later in the week because we're both in school, so our schedules are limited as fuck, if Brian wants to agree.
Very much so.
And so we plan on doing that when we get more on a steady schedule. And we're just feeling things out. How are you doing, Brian?
I'm good. You been?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
School's, as we said before, school's been fucking me in the ass.
Yeah, oh man, so much. But I'm glad we're finally doing this, so let's get this started.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for the past couple of weeks.
We really have.
I approached you with this idea a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And to my surprise, you're on board right away.
I mean, I try to be supportive, and honestly, I said, why not? I'm not doing much of myself,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen any movies lately?
Honestly, other than, I think, Rise of Skywalker came out, way back in December.
Oh, a month and a half
ago. Yeah, I mean, of course, I'll get more up to date on movies. I do want to see 1917 because
dude, that movie's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds really good.
There's more coming on that movie specifically later on.
Yeah, the whole Oscar stuff.
So we'll be back with that after this break.
So let's talk about the Oscars, Brian.
Yeah.
Did you watch the show?
Did not. I'm bored. It was boring.
It was boring.
So typically I just wait, then I'll look at the winners, because I'm like, why spend 2 hours watching people that are already rich win awards when I can just not?
Yeah, it's that, and watch them just give political speeches.
Yeah, no, that's the most important part. I'm like, I don't really need to hear this.
I actually watched it because my girlfriend wanted to, but like Joaquin Phoenix's thinking about veganism and shit.
Yeah.
That was cool. But Brad Pitt dropping a joke about the Trump impeachment.
Yeah.
Was kind of like,
Yeah.
why, bro?
Exactly.
You're Brad Pitt.
It's like, did you see the Ricky Gervais thing where he's like, I won't do this.
Oh yeah.
Don't make political statement. And that was funny.
Dude, that's remember we spoke about Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh yeah. That was funny.
Like he started getting booed, and he's just like, shut up. I know he's your friend. Y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's talk about the winners.
Yeah. So I think Parasite ended up winning the film of the year,
It did.
which was crazy.
You haven't seen Parasite, right?
I have not.
I think it's very well deserved. It was the first foreign language film to ever win the Best Picture, which I know pissed a lot of people off for some reason.
Yeah, I know it also won international as well.
Yeah, which I think is the main reason why people are pissed off, other than the fact hey, I want to watch this Best Picture winner, but I can't read these fucking subtitles for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really, really good. It's always so heartwarming to see things like that.
Yeah. No, I want to watch it eventually because it does look really good.
I think you should. I watched this video on YouTube as of this I don't know his name, but it was this dude. He's bitching about Parasite.
Oh yeah, he didn't even see the movie. It's like,
Yeah.
why?
And I was like, why is this guy bitching? Then I noticed he has a comic book on his background, and so oh my god, this guy's probably pissed that Joker didn't win.
Yeah.
And guess what? Didn't do it. He explained like why the themes of Joker were more pertinent to today's world. Mentioned that like Joker is about like the rich versus the poor.
Yeah, and society and all that.
Like motherfucker, that's what Parasite's about.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, when I heard about that, I was like, if you don't even see Parasite, you have no platform to even talk about it because, if you're gonna shit on another movie, you have to at least see them both, so that way you have, you can actually have perspective on what you're talking about, or else it sounds like you're just blowing out hot air.
Yeah, and Parasite won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Years from now, people are gonna lie about that they've seen this movie, though they haven't.
Exactly.
I mean, we all lie about movies important movies we've seen.
Yeah.
But like, no, I just get the feeling a lot of people are just shitting on this movie because that's fucking subtitles.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Joaquin Phoenix at least won Best Actor for Joker, which
Yeah.
I thought was well deserved.
But like, I don't think Joker should have won Best Picture.
No.
It's a very well made carbon copy of a Scorsese movie.
Right.
Very well made, but
Yeah.
What I was surprised was the Irishman getting shut out.
Yeah, honestly, I'm glad I didn't win because I felt like that was way too. What's the word? It was an easy win. It would have, like, everyone could have been like, "Yep, it's gonna win." It's like it felt like it was one of those movies that was made just to win a Best Picture. You know?
I guess. Did you ever see it?
I've only seen little bits here and there, but from what I know about Scorsese, and then you've got Robert, De Niro,
Al Pacino,
and
Pesci.
yeah.
I saw the first half. I usually don't. Long run times usually don't bother me. For some reason, this one did.
Yeah, that's the same problem everyone's talking about, but yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It was great. I loved what I saw.
Yeah.
It just I watched it the week it came out, which me and Brian were in school. So it was like during Thanksgiving break, so I was out of town when it came out, and I watched it at my girlfriend's parents' house, which is out of town. And I watched the first half, loved it, never got back to it for whatever reason.
Yeah, my stepdad actually liked it, which is weird because he doesn't watch movies that often. But he said he started watching it. It was like 11 o'clock, and he watched the entire 3 hours of it, at night. And he's like, I loved it.
The thing is, like, people who watch it.
Yeah.
Talk to my parents; they liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Joaquin Phoenix, that we just mentioned, one for Joker. How you feel about that? I think it's well deserved.
Yeah. I said, yeah, it's well deserved. The acting was great in the movie, and then I've seen all those memes about how Joaquin and both Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix have won Oscars for Joker, and then fucking Jared Leto hasn't.
Yeah. Jared Leto is just in Suicide Squad's corner, just like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
He carried the movie on his back.
Yeah.
If I don't know who else would have gotten it. The director says Joaquin Phoenix was the only person he's ever had in mind for it.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, I think it's very well deserved.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I know Joaquin Phoenix was actually friends with Heath Ledger before he passed.
Yeah.
So just to know that they were friends, and then they both ended up winning the Oscar was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brad Pitt won Best Supporting Actor for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't see it because I just didn't.
Yeah.
But from what I did see, I mean, it looked like it was going to be a good movie, and Brad Pitt in general, I know is an A-list actor, so.
Dude's great.
Exactly.
One to explain about Brad Pitt. I've heard many people say this. I agree with him. He's a character actor cursed with being really fucking attractive.
Yeah.
He looks like an A-lister, but he has the very good skills of a character actor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time he won an Oscar for acting.
Yeah. No, I heard about that. And I was happy for him.
Yeah, he's a big producer.
Yeah.
So he's won a couple Oscars for producing shit.
Yeah, but I mean, it took Leo forever to win one.
I mean, but like, if he was gonna win an Oscar, The Revenant should not have been the one. I think Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street is way better. Yeah.
Then we got Renee Zellweger Best Actress Judy. I didn't fucking see this.
Yeah, I don't like her.
I had no interest. Okay.
Yeah.
Laura Dern, Best Supporting Actress, Marriage Story. Once again, I didn't see this.
Neither did I. I
Looked
mean,
fucking depressing.
If I wanted to see Adam Driver young and a woman, I would have watched Rise of Skywalker.
Nah, I'm in the kiss at the end. It's different.
Oh yeah.
They make up. I'm not sure what happens in Marriage Story, but I feel like I feel like that's not what happens at the end.
Yeah, and then Parasite just won a lot of Oscars. I mean, director Bong Joon.
I think it's Bong Joon-ho. Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah, there you go. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. But yeah, he won, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Great director.
Mm-hmm.
I love his horror movie, The Host.
Oh.
Very funny. Very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Toy Story 4 ended up winning the Best Animated Feature, which
I didn't see Toy Story 4.
I didn't either, but from I heard about the story, and I don't know. The reason I didn't watch is because I just felt like Toy Story 3 was almost like a perfect ending for the Toy Story franchise, with Andy moving off to college and the toys moving on to a new owner. So the fact that Toy Story 4 exists in general just turned me off to it.
Yeah, to me, I never watched it because even though I'm a member of the generation that grew up on Toy Story, I never saw the third one.
Whoa.
I've never seen the third one. And so, to me, I know, it's pretty self-contained after the one. Because I know what happens at the end of the third one.
Yeah.
Obviously. But, it's just, I had no drive to see this one.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Joker won Best Original Score. I'm not going to pronounce the woman who won it, because that's
Yeah, difficult name.
quite the name.
But congrats.
But congrats, because that score was fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the scene where he's dancing in the bathroom and shit. Just
yeah.
very haunting shit.
Yeah.
You don't hear it's not very often where you feel like there's a new sound in music or film or whatever. I felt like that was a new sound.
Yeah, I was actually really happy when I saw that Taika Waititi won Best Adapted Screenplay for Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, you love this movie.
Yeah, I honestly...
I did not like it as much as you did.
I thought it was great, man. I don't know. The kid's acting, he was a pretty good child actor. Sam Rockwell is always the win for me. And just Scarlett Johansson's acting, as a mother, and especially the twist, where, spoilers, she gets hung because the Nazis figure out that she's secretly working and helping out the Jews.
Yeah.
So yeah, that hit hard. But yeah, just in general, I thought it was a solid movie. It was funny. Hit all the marks for me. So I was just happy to see at least win one thing, which is all that I wanted. Yeah. And then I know you saw 1917, and it won an Oscar for Best Visual Effects. So
Best Visual Effects. Yeah, it's like the kind of movie where they want most practical. It wasn't until I watched before every Oscar, so the Academy puts out these what's a good way to describe it? They put out these videos showing what it was when filming it, then versus what the ending was, so you can really get fully grasp on the visual effects done. And for Parasite takes place in this just gorgeous rich house. That's where the rich family lives. It's a 2-story house. The exterior, the entire second story is CG. It's fucking wild.
Damn.
And 1917 has a bunch of beautiful shit that's all CG, which I'll never guess. The obvious thing to win is Avengers Endgame. But when you see shit like that, oh yeah, even these quote unquote realistic movies use a lot of CG as well, in more effective ways. Much more better. Also 1917 also won Best Cinematography. Roger Deakins, who is a cinematography god. He did he went most of his career without winning an Oscar, and then won an Oscar a couple years back for the underrated, underappreciated masterpiece that is Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like Blade Runner 2049. I actually saw it a couple weeks ago. Very good, and I see why people like it. I mean, I've never seen the first one, but the second one...
We gotta do that. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah, we will. But yeah, just in general, though, I really like Blade Runner 2049, and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think...
That's all the big ones. That's all the big ones.
I think we had all the marks here.
Let's go on to our next story.
So the big news, we have the Batman. We finally get a first glimpse at Robert Pattinson in costume. It was a really short, video, like 30 seconds.
It was like a literal camera test.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts on it?
Weirdly enough, I still need to look at the ears to get a full grasp on it, because without the ears, it just looks like from like chin up, it looks like Netflix's Daredevil costume.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that same feeling when I saw it. I was like, the red lighting and the way the mask is shaped, I'm like, is this Charlie Cox playing Matt Murdock?
Did you notice like the eyes are covered?
Yeah, they covered.
Which I think we need to see how this looks like in actual light.
Yeah.
But I think that can look cool as fuck. But I like the actual suit part of it, because it looks like armored, but not in the way like Christian Bale's was.
Yeah.
It looks like stylized armored, which I fuck with a lot. It reminds me of the Arkham games, specifically the last one, Arkham Knight.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. I get the vibe. And I saw like what's it? I like how the Batman logo is like different. It's got looks like it's made from different bits of something. I don't know exactly what.
Yeah, people are theorizing online that the bat symbol is made from the pieces of the gun that killed his parents, which is from an actual comic book story from a couple I think it's like last year or something.
Huh.
And while cool and layered on its own, I think it's kind of emo.
Yeah.
Even for Batman.
Exactly, and I love the Arkham games, so I get that the suit looks a bit Arkham inspired, but at the same time, if this is supposed to be a young Batman, I kind of wanted to see him with with a more traditional, Batman looking suit, a lot more homemade-ish, I guess you could say.
Yeah. The Wrap put out shortly after this a story. Apparently, the movie takes place during the second year of his career.
Yeah.
Kind of like how compared to Arkham game, like Arkham Origins was, where it's kind of like the story of how he goes from fighting just random thugs to fighting people actual supervillains.
Yeah.
Riddler's in the movie, Penguin, Two-Face is rumored to be in it.
Yeah. But I hope it's good. But yeah, just because I would have liked to see. While I would have liked to see a more stylized, traditional looking costume, I do still really like the suit here. And then like you said, the big thing is the ears. They're gonna go with the short pointy ears, or are they gonna go for the really long ones like you see in the Arkham games.
Yeah. I'm kind of split on the ears. I want him to go short because I like how he looked on Ben Affleck's suit, and he's the first Batman that we had that had short ears. But I think if it's short ears, it might be hard to shake those Daredevil comparisons.
Yeah.
Obviously people are gonna get over this. But until we see the full costume in an actual light, I've been wanting a Batman costume that's gray and blue like is in the comics for forever. I would be sad if this is almost all black or all gray.
Yeah, I mean I get the whole gray and blue thing, but I feel in a realistic world, from a realistic point of view, the black suit works better because it blends into the night easier than the blue would, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's just
But it would look cool if they decided to go with a classic. But since you said it's the second year that this takes place, maybe they could. I'm hoping maybe throw a flashback to his first year or something, real quick. And then.
I don't know. It's just I think with Batman origin shit, the shit's overplayed.
It is. It's the equivalent of Spider-Man's origin story.
Yeah.
So the way Marvel handled it, was really well done. I think, in my opinion. Because we've seen Uncle Ben die, twice already.
Yeah.
We don't need it a third time. Now we've seen Batman. We've seen Batman's parents die even more times than that.
I remember in the theater for Batman versus Superman, and that movie opens with his parents getting killed and shit. I'm just like, dude, everyone knows Batman's origin story. Why the fuck do we need this in this?
Yeah.
And when rumors started going out that it's gonna be an origin story again, I kind of fucking groaned. I'm just like, dude, I don't know. We make a Batman movie where he's in his prime.
I see what you mean. But for me, I looked at it differently. When I heard it's going to be about him in his early years, I was hoping for a more, Batman. I think either 0 year or year one Batman, where like he comes back to Gotham for the first time, and then he has again the traditional looking suit that's not really armored,
Yeah.
and he's fighting the villains for the first time and all that. That's what I was looking for. Less of the, oh no, Martha, Thomas died. I'm gonna go train to become Batman. No, I wanted to see him already having finished his training, and then just returning to Gotham for the first time and having to be reintroduced into everything, so the audience would feel like they're Bruce walking into everything.
Yeah. To me, it's just like that's why that's part of the reason I like Dark Knight. Is just a whole ass Batman adventure. There's no baggage of we have to introduce this guy, and there's no baggage of like Dark Knight Rises where like we have to end the story arc of this guy. It's just a standalone thing. There's no baggage. It's just an adventure. I mean that's not the right way to describe that movie, but
I get what you mean though.
like there's no, they don't have to worry about setting things up, and they don't have to worry about setting things down. That's what I like about that movie so much. Yeah, I just want like a more comic booky thing. Not comic booky in the way that
Not campy. Is what you're saying.
not the way movie executives think comic booky.
Yeah.
But more like the way let's get like a Batman inspired by, like the one I go back to because like I like Jim Lee so much as an artist. Is Hush. Like that's the kind of Batman I want to see in a movie.
Yeah.
Not like character wise, but like visual wise. This big dude who's running gray and he's just simple. Like other than the Bat logo, and obviously the character ship, I think Ben Affleck's version was perfect visually, because like costume is exactly what I want to see. Just like get rid of the blacks and like replace it with like a dark blue or whatever.
Yeah.
Overall, alright, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where the movie goes.
Yeah, and the score is done by Michael Geach, who's in like a lot of scores, and you see a glimpse of what he's doing for the Batman. And I fuck with it. It sounds very noirish, which is what Matt Reeves is going for. Because Batman's called the world's greatest detective. And when you think about it, like there's not been a lot of movies that really capitalize on that part of his personality.
That's true. Yeah.
So like Matt Reeves has been public and saying this is what we're doing here.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're going for the whole the Long Halloween is what they're doing, and that in itself is a murder mystery Batman comic. So, yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'll be excited to see it when it comes out.
Yep. Comes out next year. I think it's like June. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. So next, I think. Oh yeah, they said that Indiana Jones 5, I think, is coming out. Oh, they're gonna start filming soon.
They've been saying this for years. This movie's been in the works ever since Disney bought Lucasfilm.
Really?
Yeah, it's been works for a while. It's supposed to like go into production like a year or two ago, but like it's the kind of thing like they never like satisfied with the script, and which I think is good. Like the first 3 Indiana Jones movies are fucking amazing.
Yeah, I loved them.
Fourth one,
Yeah, it's like Harrison Ford's getting old, and it's like, why do I want to see my favorite cool guy, old?
Yeah, just like 77 years old. I don't know, man. It's just I want to say just let this franchise die, but it's so fucking iconic.
Yeah.
And Harrison Ford's most likely in his house. Let's just put this hypothetically. Just going. People hate the fourth one. Most people hate the fourth one. I want to go back and just like end my turn as Indiana Jones on a high note, because we know we're in the 21st century. Movie series just do not end anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
People always turn up different.
There's always another sequel. Yeah, most movies these days are reboots or sequels.
That's why I'm like, when people are pissed about Robert Pattinson, I just go, wait 10 years.
Yeah.
He will be gone in 10 years. He's not going to be last Batman. But when people get pissed that there's going to be another Wolverine when Marvel Studios reboots X-Men, like, hey, this is going to happen either way.
Yeah.
Popular character. There anything to say about Indiana Jones?
No, I mean you kind of hit all the points. Yeah, I mean I hope it comes out, and I hope it does end up allowing Harrison Ford to end on a high note because I mean the guy deserves it. This guy has played Han Solo and Indiana Jones, and he was in Blade Runner as well.
Rick Deckard, bro.
Exactly.
Give Rick Deckard some respect.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways,
Did you say April?
what?
Did you say April?
What about April?
That's when they started filming this.
Maybe.
Read the article. Oh, I say like the summer.
Yeah.
I was about to say I thought I read it as April. Yeah, it said filming may begin soon as April.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's really fucking soon for a movie that has absolutely no cast attached to it because I doubt they'll be matched above.
Yeah. Yeah.
Highly doubt that.
Yeah. Yeah. So another story we have here is so yeah, Aladdin 2 is apparently going to be a thing. And I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this because, I mean, they made a second Aladdin, I know, and I vaguely remember watching it. But
Oh, I mean the direct-to-DVD.
yeah, the direct-to-DVD sequel.
Was it Jafar Returns or,
Yeah.
the Prince of Thieves one?
Honestly, I don't remember. It's about the other. That's how little I remember
Yeah.
the movie. I've seen both though. Well, I vaguely remember seeing both. I don't know
Yeah.
most of it, but yeah. So they're gonna do Return of Jafar or The Prince of Thieves.
I doubt. I think they do something new.
Yeah, they should do something. I was gonna say because it's a bad day to go to do those because the direct-to-DVD sequels are garbage.
I was about to say they
Yeah.
get shit for remaking the original. Imagine they get like what kind of weird shit they do is remake the shitty direct-to-DVD sequel.
Exactly. But I mean, it did good. I think it grossed over $1 billion or something.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why they're making a second movie. But I think the best thing to do is to make a complete new story because Jafar in the Aladdin movie, I don't even like his voice, the way he looked.
Oh yeah, he was a pussy.
Exactly.
It was intimidating.
Exactly. So, Return of Jafar would be a shitty second movie, and then Prince of Thieves also is garbage. So I don't know why give now they're gonna give him daddy issues. It's
Yeah.
like,
Also, you do remember some of it at least.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just the vague.
The vague like I can't remember much about it. I remember that it has to do with his dad.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah, in the article I read this a couple days ago when the news came out. Since Aladdin's based on the 1001 the collection of Middle Eastern folktales,
Mhm.
whatever, they're going through those to see inspiration for what they can do.
Mm.
But I think it'd be interesting, especially since they're not following what the original movie did.
Yeah.
The remakes very much Disney gets to most of Disney's remakes get shit for being very just direct
Almost exactly shot for shot
yeah,
remix.
like how The Lion King was.
Yeah.
I like Aladdin's like Lion King where it falls very close to the original, but unlike Lion King, which I think is a piece of shit, Aladdin's I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Will Smith is always iffy for me as the genie, not because it's Will Smith. I love Will Smith, and there's Will Smith is a funny guy, but just because of Robin Williams.
Yeah, but I think it's different enough where you can't pick you really
Exactly.
can't compare
It's
the two.
yeah. The good thing is that Will Smith sort of tried his own thing instead of copying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like the original had that classic Disney just singing, while Will Smith was more just rapping and stuff. Which obviously fits his wheelhouse more than singing. So I think it's different enough.
Mhm.
I like what he did.
Yeah, but yeah. So a sequel's I don't know. It's iffy, but if they do it right, it could be good,
Yeah.
and it could actually show that the remakes can be good and can
Do you ever see the Jungle Book remake that Jon Favreau did?
No, but I heard it's really good. too.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Really fucking good. It's not a straight remake of the original.
Mm.
They take out most of the songs and shit. Really good. Recommend it. So our next story, The French Dispatch by the director Wes Anderson came out the other day, and we both watched it. Brian, what do you think?
Well, it's Wes Anderson, so the cinematography again, just the way the look of the movie is always great.
Oh yeah.
No arguments there. Everyone seen Grand Budapest Hotel. That's the only Wes Anderson movie I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Masterpiece. I saw parts of the Life Aquatic on Netflix a couple years ago in high school. Could not get into it for the life of me. but I also saw Isle of Dogs.
Oh yeah, it was him.
I think that was 2 years. I think that's like a year or two ago.
A couple years ago.
I love that. The movie was really good. This one just looks like Wes Anderson. Like, you could tell from Grand Budapest because you saw the first third of it. Grand Budapest. Wes Anderson has a tone, direction, writing style that's just him. And in the way that the recent movie Six Underground was pure Michael Bay.
This movie looks like it's
pure Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
And I like Wes Anderson for the most part. And remains to be seen if that be too much of like,
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get what I'm saying, like it's too much sugar.
Yeah, because that was the problem with 600. It was too much Michael Bay.
Dude, that movie fucking sucks.
Yeah, Michael Bay on steroids, essentially.
Yeah.
Because Netflix gave him no limits, so.
You ever see that movie?
I've seen like scenes here and there, but it's like, there's so many fucking explosions.
I remember when they were filming Ryan Reynolds, because he stars in the movie. Not the Wes Anderson movie, the Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
He's shooting his Instagram video, like, hey man, I'm filming this Michael Bay movie. So he's like in a corner, and he's like in an alleyway while there's like a car scene and like a car flips and explosions going behind him. That's in the actual movie.
Oh damn.
And during the car chase, you can see him in the corner filming his Instagram video.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't really have much to say about it. It's about a newspaper company. It's based on his love for New Yorker, the magazine. And I don't know what to say other than it's just like...
Yeah, I mean, Bill Murray's in it, so...
Bill Murray's editor-in-chief. It has a good cast. Tilda Swinton, Frances McDormand, Jeffrey Wright, Adrian Brody, Benicio del Toro, Owen Wilson, Léa Seydoux, Timothy Chalamet. And, these are people that Wes Anderson's known for working with. Tilda was in Grand Budapest. Adrian Brody's been in Grand Budapest. Benicio del Toro... I don't think he's worked with him before. Owen Wilson's been a lot of his from the very start.
Mm-hmm.
And Léa Seydoux wasn't big when she was in Grand Budapest, but she was in it.
Huh.
Yeah, she played the maid when they stole the painting.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was her.
Mm-hmm.
I think the year later I think that's when Spectre came out. That's when she blew up.
Mm.
And Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah.
That little pretentious prick.
Yeah, but it comes out July 24th, so yeah, we'll have to check it out.
Yeah, for sure. And our next story. The hunt is back on. Universal sets release for controversial elites versus, in air quotes, deplorables satire. The Hunt. It's a movie.
Oh my god, I've seen way too many ads for that movie.
You saw way too many ads for that movie before they got canceled. The release got canceled. It's about people. The movie calls them elites kidnapping and then hunting down poor people. In the movie called Deplorables, you can probably make the connections on what that's satirizing.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out last year. Conservatives got mad that it felt like it was attacking their kind of people. And it got canceled because it got too much heat and shit. From like people like Trump, Trump Jr. Those kind of people. And there has not been much talk about it since it got canceled. And it's back. It's gonna come out next month.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see what people say about that. All right, so lastly, let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. So Sonic finally came out. As everyone remembers, I hope, originally the design of Sonic was hated. Everyone on the internet said no, thank you. And
for good reason.
obviously.
It looked like nightmare. It looked like a nightmare.
Yeah, it was essentially nightmare fuel. It was way too realistic. And so, luckily, the people working on the movie said, hey, we'll fix it, and they did. They changed the look of Sonic, and he actually looks way better.
He looks good. He looks like the actual the actual game character.
Exactly.
What's your history with Sonic?
So, Sonic, I've played a couple of Sonic games. I I played. I'm trying to think. There was a Sonic one where he turned into a werewolf.
Shout out to Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah, Sonic
that game
Unleashed.
was
Yeah.
that game was not that great.
Yeah. I played. I had this little. I don't remember what it's called, but it was like just one of those little battery operated games, and it was like a little Sonic game. And you had Tails. I don't remember what it was called or anything else about it. But that. I also had on my DS. I played. It was like an RPG Sonic game. With
It's like the Dark Brotherhood. Look it up. It's like Sonic RPG Dark Brotherhood. I know what you're talking about.
I thought it was like Sonic Chronicle or some shit.
Oh, right, it is. It is Sonic Chronicles.
It is? Okay, cool.
Sonic Chronicles, just with subtitle.
Yeah.
For DS. Weirdly enough, it's a BioWare game.
Yeah.
Which
No, I
is-
really liked it though. I remember I loved that game.
I never beat it because I thought it was really fucking obtuse and shit as a kid.
Oh, okay. I beat it like 3 times. 'Cause
Wow.
You can replay it and keep the stuff that you had in the original levels. So by the 3rd time I played around, I was just like god.
Yeah, I just like Sonic.
Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood is the name of the game.
That
Yeah, that shit was dope.
that is fucking weird that game exists.
It is, but I fucking loved it. That was like my favorite Sonic game.
It's like Super Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mario has a JRPG in the style of Final Fantasy out there, and it's supposed to be really good. It's just kind of weird that kind of shit exists.
Yeah.
Got another history of Sonic. Last night we were talking about Shadow the Hedgehog, the game.
Yeah.
That was something.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if you never played Shadow, it's like a normal Sonic 3D game. You run really fast through an area, you're jumping on people, you're dashing through the air and shit, except it's like, has that specific brand of mid-2000s grunge and metal and emo.
Yeah, the music,
the dark, he's like running like a Harley around.
Yeah, he's driving a Harley, he's got guns and
Got
shit.
fucking guns.
Yeah, it's way too intense.
But like, it has some good ideas in there, like, the levels branched and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, I remember I used to actually I used to really like Shadow actually. Like I thought Sonic was cool, yeah, but Shadow was like, I don't know, I thought because he was the whole emo shit.
Oh yeah.
And he can teleport, which I thought was cool. He's not as fast as Sonic, but he can teleport, which I always thought was cool.
We're forgetting about the best Sonic games of the past decade. Because to be honest, there hasn't been that good Sonic games over the past decade. I like Sonic Generations though. That game was fun.
I never played the full game. I only remember I played the demo versions.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good when I did play. And then I remember I used to watch the show called Sonic X. I think it was called. Yeah.
It's on Fox Kids.
Yeah, Fox Kids, Saturday morning. That shit was dope. But yeah. So yeah, I knew about Sonic for a while. I've known about Sonic. And so I also remember that they always had those spin-off games with Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, Mario and Sonic at the Beijing.
I don't remember. Just It was Sonic Olympics.
Yeah,
With Mario.
2008 was Beijing.
They did multiple ones too.
Yeah, Winter Olympics was, I think it was Sochi in 2010. Something like that. I don't know. Then they did London and Rio and...
Yeah.
You would assume. I think it already came out. The Tokyo Games? Yeah, it already came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonic, since the 90s, since Sega folded in making game consoles. Because Sega used to make their own consoles.
Yeah, they did.
Dreamcast came out, and then that didn't do as well. Even people love the Dreamcast. They say it's like ahead of its time with online play and shit. Sonic's been like, he's been ebbing and flowing.
Yeah.
Mostly ebbing.
Yeah, he's had a rough couple years.
He's had a rough past 2 decades.
Yeah.
I like this. I like the Sonic Adventure games, specifically the second one. I'm trying to think of what other Sonic games that I like.
I've played
Sonic Heroes.
Oh.
Sonic Heroes was dope as shit. I had that for the GameCube.
Yeah. I've also played, I'm trying to think, it was called, it was essentially Mario Kart, but with Sonic characters.
Oh, which one? There's 3 of them.
Oh,
the
yeah.
second one's really good. Like Racing Transformed.
Yeah, that's the one I played. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Yeah.
You'd get a car, then the plane, then the submarine.
This came out with another one this past year.
Really?
It's like tactics. Have you played Mario Kart Double Dash?
No.
It's like that where you can there's teams.
Huh.
So people are on teams, but it's not like the Mario Kart version of teams where you're still racing against each other technically, but like all your points get added up. Like y'all are literally on a tag team and shit. It's really cool.
Yeah. But yeah. So finally, we went to see it.
Yeah, the Sonic movie.
Yeah.
Going into it, prior to like a week ago, before reviews started coming out, we were both under the expectation that this is gonna be an utter fucking disaster.
Yeah, because typically when studios promise on trying to deliver, they tend to fail, and so
And plus, the undeniable fact that video game movies just aren't usually good.
Yeah, traditionally, video game movies are complete garbage typically.
Like, there's some exceptions, like the original Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s. Last year's Detective Pikachu. Which I thought was boring, and fucking weird. The plot twist at the end of that movie is fucking weird.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But I like how it gave my boy Ditto some newfound respect for how important he is.
Yeah, he's here.
Did you ever see Detective Pikachu?
No, I wanted to for the longest time, but then I ended up like getting it spoiled, so I was like, yeah.
So you still knew the plot twist?
So yeah, I didn't know what the whole,
Spoiler alert for people who have not seen Detective Pikachu.
Even though it's been a year.
So, it turns out Detective Pikachu was actually the main kid's dad in the body of a Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
And his dad's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, like... What the fuck?
Yeah, like I get the voice, I get like that he was voicing
Yeah.
Detective, Pikachu, but then it's like, oh yeah, his dad is also Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. For me, part of the reason the movie works so much is because, like, it's just pure Sonic. It's just like, you could tell, like, the people who made this movie, like, cared a lot about the source material and stuff.
They really, they put the effort. They talked about, they got the rings and all that.
The rings, were the rings ever used for, like, interdimensional travel?
Never, but I like how it was creative use of the ring, because there was literally no reason to have the rings in the movie. If they didn't do it, okay, in the games, the rings are just currency that you grab.
It's like the coins in Mario.
Yeah, exactly. And there's literally no... If you try to make it into a movie, there's no point in having the rings, because, it doesn't do anything. But by, having the rings function as interdimensional travel, it works. And then I liked how, instead of, he was from another planet, and he, traveled to our dimension, which is a good way of introducing Sonic, instead of just having... He exists this whole time and has just been chilling.
Yeah.
I also like how the place was called Green Hills.
That was funny.
Yeah, they reference a lot of the game, which I liked. I really liked. And yeah, I mean, James Marsden was pretty good working with Sonic. I've seen him in Hop. So this man...
The Easter classic.
Yeah. This man, he knows how to work with CGI characters.
He was the Cyclops.
He also was Cyclops.
And he was a android himself in Westworld.
Yeah, but so...
I gotta ask you, did Hop have any Christian iconography?
Shit, I barely remember that movie.
You barely remember that?
I know, it was fucking weird. They were like some...
really? That movie was weird?
Dude, they were like... I remember, okay, so basically, I remember the plot. It was... Basic plot was that the Easter Bunny's son didn't want to be the Easter Bunny, so he decided to travel to the human world and try to become a drummer. That's where he meets James Marsden. They work together for a minute, and then these people called the Pink Berets, or like fucking ninja bunnies, track him down. All in the meantime, this evil chicken, because it turns out the chickens work. The chickens basically work for the rabbits. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Plot twist at the end. This evil chicken guy takes over and wants to become the Easter Bunny. Takes a staff or whatever, and ends up turning into this weird chicken rabbit hybrid. Yeah, as the Easter Bunny.
Well,
and they have to.
The chicken loves a rabbit.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, they defeat him or whatever, and then James Marsden and fucking the bunny from Hop become co-Easter bunnies. I don't know, bro.
They become co-Easter bunnies.
Co-Easter bunnies because the bunny doesn't want to do it himself, and James Marsden's character loves Easter for whatever reason. So yeah.
That's his favorite holiday.
Oh, and here's one last thing. Easter bunnies poop candy.
That makes sense though. That makes sense. Like it's a kids movie. That part makes sense. None of the other shit makes sense, even for a kids movie.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I saw that, and I was like, oh fuck, he's in Sonic. I wonder what's gonna be like.
Surprisingly, actually good.
Yeah.
That's my big takeaway from this movie.
Yeah, surprisingly good.
Yeah,
I
it's not the best made movie.
No, but in terms of video game movies.
I mean that just on its own, it's just a solid movie. Like even if like Sonic still looked like fucking nightmare fuel, I would think the movie itself is solid. The writing is solid. It has some very funny moments.
Yeah, in my opinion, I thought it was. I mean, it's a simple plot. I think it's nothing fancy. It doesn't change the world, but it's a simple plot. I like how they didn't have to do the whole fish out of water thing. I mean, they did a little bit of it, but not the whole thing, because he's been watching people for like the past 10 years or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know you said that it wouldn't have changed much if they kept the Nightmare Fuel version, but I think it would, because audiences would not want to come in general. They would not be attracted to want to even come and see the movie, even if the movie was serviceable.
Oh, I mean, I agree, but it's just like, I think that like the only big factor on really changing the quality of this movie is Jim Carrey, because like Jim Carrey to me almost carries this movie on his back.
His acting is
It's fucking amazing.
It's very 90s Jim Carrey, and I saw this video by this guy on YouTube. How he talked about how Jim Carrey's animated acting works really well with the animated Sonic, and how they had the realistic version where they would have contrasted way too much and not worked.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this movie.
I mean,
there's really not much to talk about. It's like it's a kids movie.
Yeah.
We watched it. Me, my girlfriend, and Brian. We watched it in a theater full of kids. They were laughing their ass off.
Yeah, these kids loved it.
Yeah, like as someone who used to love Sonic growing up, it felt really endearing, especially in the post credits scene, which we're not gonna spoil here. The kids fucking freaked out when they saw who was there.
Yeah, I was surprised how many kids actually knew who it was.
I mean, Sonic is popular, man.
Well, yeah, but again, it hasn't been huge in a couple years.
But
so just knowing that because the kids are so into it was nice. And it was. They set up big sequel material with.
If you know Sonic, you probably have an idea who it is.
Exactly. But yeah, it was exciting. I'm like, oh wow, there's a sequel, and weirdly enough, at the end of it, I was like, I actually kind of want to see the sequel. Like,
yeah,
I'm excited to see a sequel.
Especially if they learned about what didn't work with this one.
Yeah,
do something more imaginative.
Yeah, and just knowing about they had to redesign Sonic. I wonder if originally design was also different, and
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah, because so what they might have done is because after hearing about all the shit about Sonic and how terrible it was, they might have actually also redesigned telling people about it.
Yeah. God, imagine what it looked like if because what the fuck was this no pun intended.
Yeah. But yeah, and then they finally made Jim Carrey look like
Eggman.
Yeah, Eggman. With the whole mustache and the bald hair.
It's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
Yeah. But we did just spoil this part.
Oh fuck you! We can edit that shit out.
Yeah. Or we can edit. Let's just say this character, and that way every time we say Tails, you just put this character.
No, I'm just gonna edit out. It's much work.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. But yeah, all around good movie.
But and speaking of sequels, there is most likely gonna be one. Because we are staring at the box office results right now of this movie. Headline: Sonic the Hedgehog booms with a record $68 million opening.
Yeah, making it as of right now the highest box office during its opening of video game movies.
Yeah, and the record $68 million comes from not only the video game part of it, but also the President's Day weekend part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I'm glad a good movie is getting, butts and seats.
Yeah, and it's getting attention.
Because, the last big box office thing from last week was Birds of Prey, which neither of us saw.
Yeah.
I just saw it because it's just I had the time to see it, and ultimately I just realized I had no interest in it, so my interest waned in it.
Yeah, I get that. I also heard a spoiler about it, which kind of made the only reason I wanted to go was to go see Uma McGregor, and then I heard a spoiler about they're related to him, and that just kind of killed my interest as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that. But yeah, honestly,
Did good. It's most likely getting a sequel.
Oh yeah, it better. I mean, it made its money back already. Or
Yeah.
Just, yeah. So yeah.
That's the thing with these lower budget movies. Hollywood needs to learn, like, you don't need to have like a $200 million budget to make money.
Yeah.
Like, look at Joker.
Yeah.
Movie cost like $50 million to make
Made
it.
a billion.
Made over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like that's like, I can't imagine how many times that's like a fucking quadrupled its budget.
Oh yeah.
It's insane when you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So.
Fantasy Island came out this weekend. Did not get good reviews from critics or audiences. It came in third place. Birds of Prey came in second, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The Photograph came out fourth.
The one thing I know about Birds of Prey, well, what I heard about Birds of Prey though, is that apparently Margot Robbie is still good. Like her Harley Quinn is good. Just the movie itself wasn't great.
Listen, I had the same issues Suicide Squad, which I don't like, by the way. Fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, I remember. It came out on my birthday, and yeah, let's say I was just disappointed.
Yeah. I agree. She's good in the movies, but I've never liked Harley Quinn as a character, even as a kid. So her doing a good Harley Quinn means nothing to me because I never liked the character.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I liked Harley Quinn growing up as a kid, watching her in the Batman animated series. And then I know she has her own animated show right now on the DC streaming service.
You've been watching that, haven't you? How's that?
For what I've saw so far, it's actually pretty enjoyable. It's like stupid, but it's enjoyable, and and I like that it's rated R. It's
Is it?
Yeah.
Does Batman cuss?
Batman doesn't cuss, but everyone else does.
Nah, shit.
Yeah, I wish Batman cussed.
Remember Batman said shit in Batman vs Superman. It was really funny.
Yeah.
It was like one out of 3 jokes in that 3-hour-long movie.
Honestly, for me, the movie was the creation of that movie was a joke.
You need to watch it again.
I've seen it twice, and I did not like it.
You watched the Ultimate Cut?
No, because I'm not gonna go watch an extended version just to.
I'm just saying it I would give that movie like a 7 if I'm being like kind to it. The Ultimate Cut does not get rid of the issues like the Martha thing and but like the theatrical cut just feels like a bunch of fucking scenes just just stitched together with no care. Like the Ultimate Edition actually feels like an actual movie because it gives context to shit.
Yeah, but I mean context is I don't know.
The theatrical cut does not have context.
It doesn't, but honestly, I don't feel like it'll do it can't turn a movie into unless it can turn a movie into like a solid movie.
Yeah.
Then I don't think there's really any point watching. Because to be honest, what just theatrical cut? What would you rate the theatrical cut?
Probably a 4.
A 4
3
for
or
me.
4.
It was closer to it was like low 3, high 2 for me. I hate the theatrical cut. I remember the first time I saw it in theaters. I saw it the day it came out, and I was like, "Holy shit, that was not a good movie." Yeah.
I saw it the next day, and I'm like, only the Batman parts are good. And then like months later, the Ultimate Edition came out, and you go, oh, okay, this is decent.
Yeah, but it's like
it makes everything make sense.
I guess. I don't know, but regardless, yeah, Birds of Prey exists, but I like Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Quinn, she played it well, and then one thing I also didn't like about Birds of Prey was that I didn't realize it till later, but one of the characters as one of the Birds of Prey is supposed to be Orphan from the comics, except she can fucking talk.
Who? Cassandra Cain?
I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's one of the Batgirls. They fucking nerfed her.
Yeah. That, and she is Orphan in the comics as well, and she doesn't fucking talk.
Yeah,
that's her thing.
Yeah, she's a mute. Yeah.
She's like a fucking super highly trained ninja.
Yeah.
That doesn't talk. That's her thing. Her whole thing is not being able to talk.
No. Have you seen her Batgirl costume?
Yeah, it has stitches and shit.
It has no mouth opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it has any eyes opening. That might be wrong. Yeah. I know people remember you follow current Marvel comics?
Not current, no.
They have a trend of in the comics, they have a trend of changing shit to fit the movies. That's always kind of bothered me. Because and DC did the same thing with Cassandra Cain.
Damn.
Like, they changed her from, like, you know, classic style Cassandra Cain, Batgirl, and to, like, you know, this, like, younger, like, you know, more, like, hipsterish girl type. So, yeah, I've never seen the movie, so I don't know what she's really like.
Yeah.
I'm just going off the visuals.
Yeah, I just know because of that turning off, I'm like, why are y'all gonna ruin this perfectly good character?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the point.
But, you know, if there's a character to ruin, like, you know, she's not the biggest character to people. Yeah. Only really the comic purists are gonna fucking
Yeah. No, and I get that. It just, you know.
Yeah. To me, the bigger slight is, like, calling it Birds of Prey. When in reality it's a Harley Quinn movie.
No, no, I get that. Because it was supposed to be Gotham City Sirens, but then she's like, nah, let's do Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
And it's like, they didn't, and then a complaint I've heard of people talk about is the fact that Huntress seems like the character, the actress for Huntress is really good, but the stuff that they have of Huntress is very minimal, and it's like...
Yeah, it's a Harley Quinn movie.
Exactly, but the thing is, people talk about how they would have liked to see more of Huntress, because she has an interesting story arc that is essentially could have been its own movie.
Yeah.
But, you know, no one ever, you know, she doesn't get enough screen time.
Yeah. I like the, Gotham City Sirens was a cool idea, because it was her, I think it's Poison, no.
Yeah, Poison Ivy. It's her, Poison Ivy, and then Catwoman.
Yeah, but you can't do that anymore, because the new Batman movie, even though they say it's in the DCU, doesn't really match up with DCU anymore, because when we're talking about the Wes Anderson story, Jeffrey Wright, who's in that, he is a black man. He is playing Commissioner Gordon in, the Batman. Who played Commissioner Gordon in Justice League?
Was it in,
one of the whitest actors in the industry, J.K. Simmons.
Was that J.J. Jameson?
Did this man change race?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I forgot his name for a second. I was thinking I knew J. Jonah Jameson.
I mean the same.
But I was like, shit, what's his real name?
I understand.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest surprises I've ever had in the movie theater the past couple of years, was seeing him return in Post Racing Far From Home.
Yeah.
When I saw him come, they didn't spoil for me. So in the theater, I'm like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. And then he like reveals Spider-Man's identity and shit. And you're like, what the fuck? And then, oh yeah, I'm excited for the new Spider-Man because
I'm excited for Morbius. That movie's surprisingly good.
What I like about Far From Home is that it's finally taking the movies in a direction that no other no other Spider-Man movie's ever taken. Like, because his secret identity is his whole thing in all the previous movies.
Yeah.
But that's like the one constant that's always been.
The rumors that the villains be like Kraven.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Just watch like Kraven be like, Tony Stark shut down my favorite park. This motherfucker gotta die.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like they're setting up. Hopefully, Morbius is part of the MCU because again, it's all murky. They had
the way that I understand it works is like it's kind of like a two-way street, but in the way like the Sony Spider-Man movies can reference the MCU, more specifically take Spider-Man characters from the MCU, while the MCU movies don't take anything from the Sony movies. So it's kind of like a one-way road.
Yeah, but
it's confusing, but
no, it is. But
when you think of it like that, I think that really clears it up.
It's annoying, is what it is.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
audiences
annoying.
that just wanna see them connected because the whole MCU thing is being connected and just knowing that they're. Well, yes, but actually no.
And like Michael Keaton showing up randomly at the end of Morbius,
which is like, wait, what?
Like, while it's understandable,
yeah,
because like apparently back when they were doing the Amazing Spider-Man, they wanted to set the Sinister Six real bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot.
They're gonna get their own solo movie and everything. They've been itching to do that for like almost a decade now, and
they just did not rush it. I think that's the biggest thing.
As
long as you don't rush it, y'all can make something good. But rushing is what's could ruin it.
In a perfect world, I would do what Suicide Squad. What Suicide Squad should have done is like make the good guys, the quote unquote good guys of like Suicide Squad or Sinister Six, villains in other movies. So years down the line, like you see them like they're good guys in this movie. It's kind of re-examine everything. I think that'd be cool. Apparently Morbius is going to be part of the Sinister Six. Yeah. Alongside Vulture, if Mysterio's faked his death or whatever.
Yeah, you got Scorpio already.
Yeah, Scorpion, yeah.
Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion. You can get Jake Gyllenhaal back.
Yeah.
I forgot I keep forgetting he was in that movie.
But I'm excited. Jared Leto seems like a good fit for Morbius.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, better than Joker.
Yeah.
We need to wrap up. We gotta get going.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for listening to our first podcast.
It doesn't have a lot of structure, obviously, right now since we're just it's the first episode. But follow our Twitter. It's SM Starfish. And follow our YouTube, Slow Motion Starfish. We don't have anything up right now. We're gonna have this podcast up on there once we get edited and stuff. And we plan on doing a lot more content. So stick
around, please.
Stick around.
We have families to feed.
Yes, families to feed, tuitions to pay, rent to pay, that kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure to follow us there. Hopefully, we'll get some content up soon.
I have some ideas planned. I'm getting the steps prepared for that. Brian has some ideas as well. And stay close to the podcast feed. We'll be back next week. Stay on our Twitter account. We'll see y'all later.